Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and in today's episode we are going to be finishing the fort. So in the last episode we finished everything down below in the form of obviously the library, and that kind of wraps up everything I want to do down there. But before we move into 1.7 we do have the fort project to finish, and we're going to be doing that today. Now off camera I've done a bunch of checks around the fort and I've kind of dealt with lighting and sort of cleaned stuff up, but there is some things that we still need to do left. There is not too much in all honesty, but there is enough to the point where I can make a full episode out of this. So we're going to do those little tweaks, and then for the second half of this episode we're going to focus on getting the animals and villagers into the fort as well. And then to give you some idea of how things are going to run, next episode will be a world tour, and I'm going to kind of tour everyone who's either new to this series or just fancies a world tour around the base as a whole. And then after that we will be heading out and into 1.7. So plenty to look forward to. Music's a little on the loud side. So that's kind of the aim for the moment. Now obviously those plans could change, but that's generally what I'm trying to go for at the moment, so we'll just have to see. Now the other thing you may notice is I'm missing some tools. That's because I've been going AFK at my spider farm and preparing them ready for the trip into the new lands. So I'm not going to be using those tools until we get out there. So just to save on time, all I really need to repair now is just that pickaxe. And that is pretty much everything. So I guess I could have made a shovel, and I think I intended to, but somehow it just got left by the wayside. So I'm going to make myself a shovel. I don't need my bow at the moment anyway. We're not going to be going out and doing any combat for the moment, although we will need a bow later on. But I'm probably just going to either get another bow that I've got lying around and use that, or just to go with an unenchanted regular old bow. So for this area, what I kind of want to do is almost like make a community type area. And what I mean by community area is I'm going to have some benches and probably put some trees and whatnot around here and sort of make it almost like a mini park for the fort. So it's going to step down after this, and it's going to sort of become, I don't know, gravelly, I guess. Sort of gravel, maybe some cobblestone mixed in with a little bit of dirt here and there. We do have a little bit of smooth stone, so we could integrate that as well. I'm just kind of carving the area out for the moment. So if we do that, obviously this is all going to be slabbed later on, so that's not an issue. I'm going to make the base component cobblestone, and kind of mix in some gravel and smooth stone sort of here and there. So if I put some of this in, like this, and we are going to leave some spots dirt too. Obviously that's always handy. Leave a couple of spots dirt. Like, I'm probably going to make that dirt as well. Obviously it will become grass, but that's intended. Gravel, stone, and let's kind of cut this out, and I'm going to leave those blocks of dirt, maybe one over here, like that. And what we can then do is kind of sort of fill this in, really. Let me see, gravel, cobblestone, gravel. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I do think that this maybe here though should be dirt. And obviously I'm going to have to let dirt spread to that for now. But that looks pretty good. So now we need to get ourselves some steps, and let's see, what do I have in here? So we don't have any steps. I'm going to need to go and get some. I don't have any birch saplings, so I'm going to need to go and get some. And I don't have any bone meal, so I'm going to also have to go and get that as well. So we need pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get that from down here. So birch saplings, bone meal, and last but not least, we also need some stairs, signs, things of that nature. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and grab some wood. I have food on me. Whoops, now I don't. Now I do once again. So let's head through here. Steps. There's a slime in there, isn't there? Yep, thought so. Man, these things are one of the things I'm not going to be missed in the new base, that's for sure. A constant slime sound. And now, of course, the lights go off. So we'll have to put them back on again. So we want bone meal, which is in the mobs drops chest. Bone meal. There we go, make a bunch of that. We also want birch saplings. I don't know if I put those in the tree farm, actually. So we're going to need some of those. I've got that. I'm going to need some wood. And I think that that's pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and check over here for birch saplings. Although I don't think I left any in there, so we may have to just cut down a birch tree, which I think is easier, to be honest, to get the saplings. And oh boy, it is night time, which is not fun for anyone. So go ahead and sleep in the bed, and we'll pass the night. Whoops. And let's get going. Alright, so I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second, but there we are, back on it now. So we'll put maybe a bench there, perhaps, and maybe one over here. Possibly one there, maybe. Perhaps a seat type deal right there. I'm going to need to make some signs and whatnot, but that's fine. Did not bring a crafting table with me, so we're going to have to use this one in there to make signs and slabs, things of that nature. So there we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and make as many signs as I can. 6 is not going to be enough, but it'll do the job for now. I do have my axe, right? Yeah, I thought so. So let's get this sort of filled in. And I'm kind of thinking that we should, well, I think it should kind of get capped off, even if it's just that. Yeah, it did need capping off, that's all. No, it looked better. So yeah, we need 8 signs, I think, but we'll get that down. That one, that one, that one, this one, and I'll make those signs a little later. So now let me see, what did I want to do? I needed birch, that was it. Birch, birch, birch. We need birch. And there's some right out here, so we can just chop the tree down. Look at that, got a birch sapling instantly. The first one is to replant. And any more for any more will be used for inside the fort. And hopefully we get more. There's one. If I could get 2, that would be perfect. So that's all I need is 2. I mean, theoretically, now I have 1, I could reproduce them, but it's a lot of work and another tree to chop down. But doesn't look like I'm going to get more than 1. Which is a shame. There we go. Well, we did technically get 2, but I'm going to let that one regrow. So let's get this birch sapling now. And I do have glowstone, right? Yes, I do. I'm going to need my shears, dang it. Well, I can fix that later on. So I'm thinking that the tree should be in the sort of widest open area as possible, and that's right there. So this area is kind of a bit tight up in here, so we don't really want that as much. We get some flowers and whatnot growing around the sugarcane, sort of up here. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. I guess we shouldn't put them there. Get a bit of bone meal there. I've got plenty of it, so I'm not too worried about spending a bit more bone meal than perhaps is what's necessary. And that looks pretty good, I have to say. Got the nice little flowers here and there. And I think that that's going to just about do it, to be honest. Put a bit here and a bit there. But yeah, that looks like a nice finished area. Now, obviously, we're going to have to kind of clear out in front of the benches and stuff like that, but that's just a minor detail. And I'll get rid of those. Kind of get it away from the path a little bit. So we've got a nice sort of community area. May get a jukebox actually right here, and put some records in. Well, we don't have any, but I may have some downstairs lying around. Might be nice to get a sort of a jukebox in here. I would consider building an umbrella type thing, but I don't think that that would be entirely appropriate for this setting. But I think a jukebox would, so we'll probably do that, and I'll probably have maybe some wooden planks either side, that sort of thing. Just a little music station. Maybe some note blocks actually either side would look pretty good in this central area. So I'm going to get on that, and I'm also going to kind of wrap up the sort of stair situation, and I'm going to make a couple of little tweaks here and there. Once again, fix up that tree. I'm also going to put an iron door out there, and I'm also going to make up a bunch of carpets, and I'm going to line the inside of the fort with red carpet. So I'm going to have to go out on a little quest and get some red flowers for that. But all of this stuff is pretty boring and this kind of menial stuff. So I'm going to do all of that, and then I will be back once I have got all of that stuff done, and we will look into populating the fort. And that's going to involve bringing things like sheep into a pen. I'm possibly thinking having some chickens running around, as generally they would run around free. We don't really have a pen over there, so that's why that one's potatoes. We have a pen over here with wheat, so sheep should go in there. Maybe pigs in that one. I don't know about cows. I don't really think we've got a place for those. And as I say, a couple of chickens running around. And also, of course, lastly, but certainly not least, the people who are going to inhabit this fort. And that's going to be in the form of the villagers. So I'm going to get on with those couple of little things, guys, and I will be back when I'm ready to show you the population. Okay, guys, so I've been working on the fort for a good while now, and I have successfully added in the red carpet. As you can see, that goes all the way around the fort. I've also wrapped up this area by getting the signs finished on the seats. I've got the jukebox going with some records, and I've also got the glowstone in the tree. So this means that now the fort is finished. However, we still need to populate the fort, and we're going to get some animals first, and then after that we are going to get the villagers into the fort. So excuse me, we're going to kick things off here by going to sleep, and then we are going to try and locate some animals. So I've got these leads here, and we can use these to kind of get animals a little easier than trying to bring them in with wheat or whatever. So yeah, I've also got this iron door hooked up right here for when the villagers get integrated, because otherwise they have a tendency to wander off, and we don't want that. We want them to stay within the walls of the fort. So yeah, let me see if I can find a sheep or two. We only really need 2 of each animal, in all honesty. We don't need any more than that, because I can always breed the sheep further down the road. I only really want 4 animals anyway, so let's keep pulling them here. We've got another one right here. There we are. Whoops. So we've got 2 sheep now. We'll get them into the water there. And we'll get them up onto the other side. And we'll just kind of let them get back up. And these guys are going to go in where the wheat is at. And pigs are going to go in where the carrots are. There we go. They're going to come in here. Now, I don't think they will fit through the door. No, that's right. They don't fit through the door. So we're going to have to try and work something out here. Because we only want 1 sheep at a time, and they have this tendency to, with leads anyway, to get kind of stuck like this. So maybe we can, yeah, we can push one through first, and then we can bring the other one through. So wheat is over here, so we're just gonna wander over here, and I'm just gonna temporarily break the fence. Now the advantage to using leads is that I can hook them up to that for the time being. I can put my fence back, and now we can unhitch them from the fence, and we will breed them a little later on. So that sheep now going. Got this little gate right here, and there we are. Although actually I guess having them hooked up to that would probably be a good thing, so they don't tend to wander off as much. So now that we've got those guys, we now need to get 2 pigs, and I have a feeling I know where there's going to be some pigs, so we'll go over there now. Let me see. Over the hills and far away. Here's a pig. There's one right there. But before we go and get him, I think that there is another one just over here, so we can get that pig as well. There's a couple of pigs around, but as I say, we only need 2. There we are, got 1 pig. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to get some chickens, and they are going to be running around free. And we're going to get some eggs to do that. We don't need to go and try and hook chickens. I've got lots of eggs from my chicken farm that we can use for that. So it's pretty cool. There we are. Come along, piggy. Come along. And we want you as well. And we'll bring these over here. Oops. There we are. I think an Enderman must have moved that there, because I don't remember leaving that there. So these guys are going to be in the pen at the end, where the carrots are, with the most recent house. There we are, got those guys through that hole. And am I going to have to do a similar thing to before, where I push one through? That's fine. We can do that. Even if it is a little tricky. Alright then, you go through first. That's fine by me. So we need to bring these guys down to the end. Like so. Now with the villagers, we are going to bring these into the fort via means of nether portal. So we don't have to have as many problems at the moment with that. So how am I going to get them in here? Wait, no, we don't want to go through here. We want to go up and in, I think. Then we can get these 2 guys in here, and I'm just going to hitch them up to there for right now. And I'm going to put the fence back. So we've got pigs now. So I can breed those off camera, and we've got 2 sheep going there. So now the next step to this is getting some chickens. But I'm not going to mess with that just at the moment. I'm going to get some equipment together because I want 4 villagers. Now, I already have 2 stored in the nether so that we can get those guys, but I still do need another 2. And those 2 we are going to get via the means of zombie villagers already kind of spawned. So we are going to have to track those guys down, and we're going to have to convert them. And we've got this iron door, so we can kind of take advantage of that, and we can get them sort of into this area, sort of out of the way from sunlight and things like that. So I'm going to stop them in every way. I guess that'll do. and all I have to do is get them sort of... I've got to get through that door, then get through this door. Or I could just equally just place a block down, and that would work just as fine as well. So I'm going to get those weakness potions, and I have 2 golden apples that I found from a dungeon when I went caving a while ago. So we can actually use those, so we don't have to make any golden apples, which is always good. So I'm going to get that equipment together, and then I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, we got one. In amongst all these other zombies. We have one down there. So I'm going to try and lure this zombie villager towards me. Good, he's picked an item up so he won't despawn. That's good. So we've got to lure this guy back into the fort without being harangued by other zombies. And just generally any other mob, to be honest. So I got the weakness potions together, and I've also got the golden apple. I hope you become a blacksmith. I would really like to do some trading with one of those guys. Right, so he's going to stand by the door. I'm going to need some blocks in my hand. Come on, guy. Get inside. Oops. Oh, dang it. That did not go to plan. Now I've got to get the guy in here. Good thing I've got decent armor on. There we go. So we've got this guy now, so let's weakness potion him. And we'll give him a golden apple, and we'll let him convert. And then I need another one. I'm in no rush to do this, so he won't burn up there, and he won't despawn either. So I can't do too much else though, because he's not in a really convenient place. So we're just going to have to wait for him to convert, and then we will go and get ourselves another one if there's time, or if not, we will just wait until it's night again and then attempt to get another one. So let's wait for this guy to convert, and then we'll see what he becomes, see what he offers, that kind of thing. And hopefully then we can get another zombie villager, and then I will bring the 2 back from the nether, and we will be good to go. So yeah, I'm probably going to bring you guys back in when he's converted, and hopefully he will want to pick one of these doors and kind of live in one of these houses, because that's an iron door, so he won't choose that. There's no door here, so hopefully he chooses one of these. So now to play the waiting game. And there we go, we got a farmer who is trading an emerald for 10 cookies. Not a bad deal. Welcome to the Fret Fort. Come on. There we are. I'm presuming he's going to choose this door, because that's the door that's nearest to the entrance. There we are. Yeah, I thought so. He's going to try and bag that door. They seem a bit bugged at the moment, I have to say. So, I left the gate open just so that they can get in and out, because they can't operate gates by themselves. But he should be pretty safe in there. And now they are all wanting to get the villager instead of me. But neither of those two are particularly what I'm looking for. Neither are you. Am I going to see another one tonight? Maybe. I see skeletons around and an enderman and zombies, but nothing more than that. Is that one over there? That is one, I think. Yes, that is one. Oh, it's a race against time, though. Eek, it's a race against time. Oh, Get out of here, you. I don't want you. I've got to get this guy. I don't have a bow, so I can't get rid of the creeper either. Get out of here. I don't want you. No, guy, don't forget about me. You've got gunpowder, so you won't despawn. Eek, this is going to be tight. I wish I had a fire resistance potion for him. We may lose this one. Maybe. Oh, get out of here. Not you. There's nothing that I can stand him under. Yeah, we're going to lose this guy. That's kind of sad. There's no way he will... Yeah, there's no way he was going to live through that. Well, just going to have to go get another one when it's night again. So, I guess I will be right back once it's night again. I'm going to focus on breeding up my animals and probably do a bit of trading with this villager that we already have and see what he's got to offer me. I do have some emeralds to spare, so we can do a little bit of trading. This guy's over here now. I'm going to have to make a couple of tweaks to the sort of pens and things that we've got going on because they can kind of trample crops and things. So I'm going to have to work on that too. But I will be right back, guys, once I have got it tonight again. Okay, guys, so, can't remember exactly the last thing I said I was going to do, but I have bred the animals. All of the animals have been bred, and I have also converted another villager. We got a librarian who wants written books for emeralds, which is a pretty good deal if you ask me. So now, for the final part of the fort population, we are going to be setting up another portal. I've disabled the one downstairs so that it will sync up with the portal we already have in the nether. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we will actually be able to sync up back the other side. Oops. And I forgot you can only do that in 1.7. And at that point, we will be able to bring these other two villagers back. And we will have a fully populated fort. So, the first thing I do want to say, though, is I apologise for the lack of game sound. This is something I only just realised. It's been affecting the past couple of episodes, and basically, I just noticed it in my latest video, which was episode 66, and that was because my volume was actually down, and it was down so low that you couldn't hear it, so I apologise for that. I've put it back up again now. So we just need to get that villager through, and now we want to get the other villager through. There we are. Push him in, and obviously we need to break his minecart. So there's both of those guys now through, like this, and we'll take tracks up. I think we should take that down now as well, and I guess we should sort of rearrange this a little bit while we're here. There we go. So let's head back into the overworld and take down the portal, put the slabs back, that kind of thing. So now then, have we got a full count? We've got one villager. We have, I think there's two in there. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3. Where's the fourth guy? Has he been sent back? I can double check. Let me see. No, he's not been sent back here, so he must have gone somewhere, but that's fine. Probably just can't see him. So we'll disable that portal. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I just can't see the other guy, and I want to verify that he's actually here. And that he didn't get lost in translation, so to speak. Has he gone over there? Into this house? That's maybe what's happened. Is he upstairs? Well, I'm sure it's fine. I'm just gotta hope that he's here. Because I only see 3. He wouldn't have got all the way over there. Although I did put a villager over here. But I think that's that other librarian. I'm looking for 2. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I've seen them all now. So all 4 are here. We've got everyone in position. So now it's just a case of taking down this portal, putting the minecart and things away. And then the fort will be officially populated. I also need to get some chickens down as well. And we will do that shortly. I just want to... Oops. I want to get the remainder of this portal sort of out the way as well. So, we've got all the villagers now. It's just a case of getting a couple of free-range chickens going. And then the fort will be complete. And we'll probably wrap the episode up there. So... yeah, I've really enjoyed building this project. It's been 3 months in development, but it's finally good to see it finished. And I will have to activate the portal when I get back down. So, I got a bunch of eggs. I'm just going to kind of throw them... Look at that. 1 on the first go. Got a couple going. Whoa! 4 chicks from 1 egg. That's not bad. There we are. I don't want too many, but I do want a reasonable enough number. What was the odds of that? That was like 4 in a row. That was pretty good. I think that's enough. They will kind of find their own part of the world, and they'll grow up into adult chickens, and that's kind of the idea. There will be eggs everywhere, but I think it's a nice aesthetical effect, so I'm going to roll with that. So, I think that that's going to be just about it, guys. We have populated the fort, and we also finished the fort in today's episode. So, I'm going to hold you guys on just a little longer, though, for the world download. It's going to be released next episode. When I've done the world tour, I will release it then, and you will have access to the finished fort here, and also the finished cave base down there. So next episode is going to be our last episode at this base. We're going to tour it one last time, and then we're going to venture out into the new 1.7 lands. So I thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you next time, and until then, see you later and have a good day.